What is going on, YouTube? This is Lawrence over at Mighty Comics and Collectibles, and believe it or not, we are back with another top 10 list. This time, my top 10 Silver Age comic books that I would still buy right now. However, I'm going to throw a caveat in there. Because a lot of Silver Age books are really out of reach for most of us out there, I'm going to cap the dollar amount to $2,000. Now, I know $2,000 is still a lot of money, but I figured there are still a lot of hot books out there that can be bought for a fair price. Now, there's not going to be any amazing fantasies on this list, or of course any major huge keys that are tens of thousands of dollars. But like I said, top 10 of these books are going to be affordable, under $2,000 or right around that price, that are still worth buying in my opinion. So before we get started, like we always do, we're going to go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me. If you guys aren't a subscriber, I want you to smash that like button because it lets YouTube know that my content is good and it's going to share it out there with everyone out there in the community. But last of all, if you guys know anyone out there who hasn't been watching my stuff, share this video with them. Like always, we're here for a top 10 list, so let's get started at number 10. Coming in at number 10 is one of my favorite covers of the Silver Age. It is House of Secrets number 92, the first appearance of Swamp Thing. I have owned this book before. It is CGC 5.0, believe it or not. I actually just sold it. It broke my heart to get rid of that book. It was just time to move on and put that money to good use for something else. But this is still a valuable book and a book I would definitely add back to my collection. CGC 5.0 recently sold back in June for $1,395 for this DC Silver Age key. If you guys can pick one up, I still think that this book is undervalued and has one of the most amazing Silver Age covers you will ever see. At number 9 is a copy of XMen 12, one of our X-Men favorite villains, the Juggernaut, first appearance. This book is a huge fan favorite and only climbing with every passing month. Recently, a CGC 4.0 only sold for $1,080 this month, July of 2021. I will say this, we finally got the correct Juggernaut in Deadpool 2. I'm hoping to have them use that character again going forward in the MCU because, like I said before, it is a fan favorite. And if you don't have a copy of this Silver Age X-Men key, I suggest you pick up one now. At number 8 is a copy of Avengers number 4, the first Silver Age appearance of Captain America. This classic Jack Kirby art is something to behold. Now, we all know the first appearance of Captain America is in the Golden Age and Captain America number 1. 99% of the people out there can't afford one, so we go to the first Silver Age appearance of Cap, and this is a beautiful book. And believe it or not, it's still rather cheap, still rather undervalued. A CGC 3.0 recently sold this month for $1,740, which to me is a steal because Captain America is a huge figure, been in the MCU, been in a million other movies years ago, been in cartoons, and this book will only go up in value. If you haven't had a chance to pick up the first appearance, Silver Age appearance of Captain America, and you want to buy one, it's still affordable. Coming in at number 7 is one of my all-time favorite villains, Amazing Spider-Man number 3, and the first appearance of Dr. Octopus. Dr. Otto Octavius is one of my favorite Spider-Man villains. Gets the Sinister Six together, and we all know that in Spider-Man No Way Home, Alfred Molina is going to reprise his role in the MCU as Dr. Octopus. Now, this book is a little pricey. A CGC 1.8 recently sold back in June for $2,040. And we wanted to stay underneath $2,000, so I'm going to give you a 1.5 price. But the last sale for a 1.5 was way back in May of 2020. And that book sold for $900. But you got to figure, if a 1.8 sold for $2,040, a 1.5 can be had for under $2,000. I'm still specking on this book and all the Amazing Spider-Man Silver Age keys. So if you haven't added this one into your collection and you want to pick it up, I'm suggesting it right here. Coming in at number 6 is probably the most famous cover of them all in the Silver Age, Silver Surfer number 4. This classic John Buscema cover, amazing to look at, between Thor, the Silver Surfer, and the Bifrost, and they're about to go at it. This scene still may happen in the MCU, and I am hoping for it, and it is number 6 on my list. A CGC 6.0 can still be had for relatively cheap, $1,500. That was the last sale back in June. Again, this book can be had for less than that in lower prices and lower grades. but I'm sticking to the highest grade I can get for under $2,000. At number 5 is a copy of Fantastic Four number 12. Same thing applies here as it did to Silver Surfer number 4. An amazing Jack Kirby cover. Everybody who watches my channel know I talk about this book all the time. A CGC 4.0 recently sold back in June for $1,340. And to me, that's definitely worthy of spending on this book, considering all the Fantastic Four spec that we're going to get over the next few years. Definitely worth adding to the collection. It is number 5 on my list. Coming in at number 4, another Fantastic Four book, Fantastic Four Issue 4, the first Silver Age appearance of the Submariner. Now recently, this book has really gotten expensive, but believe it or not, a CGC 1.5 sold back in February for only $1,500. Still under that $2,000 mark. It probably has gotten more expensive because now that we're in July, but I still think you can have this book in a really low grade for under $2,000. I will throw a little bit of a caution. All these books that are Silver Age books that are high dollar value books, please make sure you are buying complete copies of these books. Do not buy incomplete copies. I do believe that you will get the best bang for your buck for complete unrestored issues, and the deals can be had. Don't rush to buy anything. Wait, pounce on them when you see them. At number 3 is a book we all know, X-Men number 4, the first appearance of the Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver and a bunch of others. This book really skyrocketed during the WandaVision series, and it is kind of getting a little drop right now. So if you want to pick this book up, I would say now's the time. A CGC 2.5 recently sold last month in June for $1,900. But the price, like I said, is dropping. Wait for your spot. Snag one if you can. A 2.5 is a respectable grade for a Silver Age book. As long as it's complete, unrestored, definitely worth it in my opinion, because I do believe Wanda, the Scarlet Witch, will have a big role to play down the line in the MCU. That's just my opinion, and I would add this book if I could. Coming in at number 2, one of the hottest books there is, and I wished I grabbed another copy while I could, but I only have one. Fantastic Four number 49, the first appearance of Galactus and the second appearance of the Silver Surfer. We all know Galactus will show up at some point. We don't know when. It will probably be anywhere from 5 to 10 years down the road. So you have a lot of wiggle room out there to kind of get the book that you want for the grade that you want. Wait for the price to come in a little bit and snatch up your copy while you can, because at some point, Galactus is going to be the big bad that we've all been hoping to see. Now, a CGC 4.5 recently sold this month in July for $1,499. Well under the $2,000 mark, and for a really solid, very good plus copy. I'd be snatching this book up all day if you can, because I do believe Galactus will show up in the MCU. Not going to be a Disney Plus character, in the MCU, and he's going to be huge when he gets there. That's it. We're here for number 1. What is the number 1 book on my list for a Silver Age key that is under $2,000? Believe it or not, it's a copy of Fantastic Four number 48, the first appearance of the Silver Surfer. I have owned multiple copies of this book in the past, and I continue to have 2 copies in my possession today. This book is only going to get hotter and hotter and hotter. It has cooled off a little bit over the past couple of months, but CGC 3.0 recently sold back in June for $1,900, which is a fair price for a huge Marvel hero. Everyone out there is a big Silver Surfer fans. They're dying to see him done right in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Once he shows up, all bets are off. This book is going to double and triple overnight. It's already taken a monumental leap over the past year, and I still see this book going extremely higher than what it is right now. If you don't have a copy of this book and you can afford a low grade copy, and like I said, a 3.0 is still a nice looking copy as long as it presents well. If there is some gum damage, let it be on the back cover so we don't look at it, and it is complete. No resto. I am picking up this book every time I see it if I can grab one. Like I said, I recently picked up 2 copies. I've had a third one in my collection a long time ago, and I sold that book too soon, because it is literally, if I still have that book, it'd be worth about $4,000 right now, and I think I sold it for like $1,200. So That is my top pick. That is my top Silver Age pick. And like I said, I wanted to stick to semi-affordable books. I'm not going to throw an AF-15 up there where 99% of the population can't go out and snag one. I wanted to stick to books that you can go out there and buy right now. I might come back and do another list, maybe books under 1,000 that we can find. But either way, we're going to stick to that 2,000 mark right now. And hopefully everyone who wants one can go out there and snag these books. That's it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed this top 10. If you haven't checked out my other top 10s, there's a playlist in my YouTube channel. Go check it out because there are some great videos in there. So like always, this is Lawrence over at Mighty Comics and Collectibles saying thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you guys soon.